Hey, student, how are you? Welcome to our session on converting radians and degrees. Pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. We'll use this information to convert. Let's start by converting radians to degrees. Pi over 6 radians. We're going to multiply by our conversion factor. We want to end up with degrees, so we'll put 180 degrees on the top and pi radians in the bottom. Pi's cancel out, and then we'll multiply straight across. We get 180 times 1 and 6 times 1, and now we'll divide. 180 divided by 6, we get 30 degrees. Let's do pi over 4. Pi over 4 radians, to convert, we'll multiply by our conversion factor. We want to end up with degrees, so we'll put 180 degrees on the top and pi radians in the bottom. Pi's cancel out, and we'll multiply straight across. 180 times 1 and 4 times 1. And then we'll divide. 180 divided by 4, we get 45 degrees. 5 pi over 6 radians will multiply by our conversion factor. We want to end up with degrees, so we'll put 180 degrees in the top. Pi radians in the bottom. Pi's cancel, and you could reduce more before you multiply fractions. I'm just going to go ahead and multiply straight across. 5 times 180 divided by 6. And we get 900, 5 times 180, 900 divided by 6. And 900 divided by 6, we get 150 degrees. 3 pi over 4 radians will convert. We'll multiply by our conversion factor. 180 degrees goes on top. We want to end up with degrees. And pi goes in the bottom. Pi's cancel. And again, you could reduce more before you multiply straight across. I'm just going to multiply straight across. 3 times 180 divided by 4. And 3 times 180, 3 times 180, we get 540 divided by 4. And 540 divided by 4, we get 135 degrees. Let's go the other way and convert degrees to radians. All right. Converting degrees to radians. I'm going to start by putting 60 degrees over 1 to make it into a fraction. So now I can multiply by my conversion fraction. We want to end up with pi radians, so I'll put radians in the top, and 180 degrees goes in the bottom. The degrees cancel, and we'll multiply straight across and then reduce. We get 60 pi over 180, and 60 over 180 reduces to 1/3. So we're left with 1 pi over 3. 1/3 pi, or pi over 3. 90 degrees. I'm going to put 90 degrees over 1, and then we can multiply by our conversion fraction. We want to end up with radians, so we'll put pi in the top. 180 goes in the bottom. Degrees cancels, and we'll multiply straight across. 90 pi over 180. And we'll reduce. 90 over 180 is 1/2. So we're left with 1 pi over 2. Pi over 2. Radians. 120 degrees. We'll put 120 degrees over 1, so we can multiply by our conversion fraction. We want to end up with radians, so we'll put pi in the top. 180 degrees goes in the bottom. Degrees cancels. And we'll multiply straight across and reduce. 120 pi over 180. 120 over 180 reduces to 2/3. So we're left with 2 pi over 3. 210 degrees we'll put over 1, so we can multiply by our conversion fraction. We want to end up with radians, so we'll put pi radians in the top and 180 degrees in the bottom. We can cancel the degrees, and then we'll multiply straight across. We get 210 pi over 180. And 210 divided by 180 reduces to 7/6. So we get 7 pi over 6. Now let's go the other way. Let's do radians to degrees. We'll do a couple more. Going the other way, radians to degrees, we'll multiply by our conversion fraction. We want to end up with degrees, so we'll put 180 degrees in the top, and pi goes in the bottom. Pi's cancel, and then we'll multiply straight across. 5 times 180 divided by 4. 5 times 180 is 900. Divided by 4, 900 divided by 4 is 225 degrees. 4 pi over 3 radians will convert to degrees. We'll put 180 degrees in the top, pi in the bottom. Pi's cancel out, and we'll multiply straight across. 4 times 180 divided by 3. And 4 times 180 is 720. 720 divided by 3, we get 240 degrees. 7 pi over 4 will multiply by our conversion factor. We want to end up with degrees, so we'll put 180 degrees in the top, pi in the bottom. Pi's cancel out, and we'll multiply straight across. 7 times 180 divided by 4. 7 times 180 is 1260 divided by 4, and we get 315 degrees. 11 pi over 6 will convert. We'll put 180 degrees in the top, pi in the bottom. Pi's cancel out, and then we'll multiply straight across. 11 times 180 divided by 6. 11 times 180 is 1980 divided by 6. And we get 330 degrees. And let's do a couple more. We'll go back degrees to radians, finish it up. We'll put 270 degrees over 1 so that we can multiply by our conversion fraction. We want to end up with radians, so we'll put pi radians in the top and degrees in the bottom so that it cancels. We'll multiply straight across. We get 270 pi over 180, and then we'll reduce. 270 over 180. Oh, let me show you that on Desmos. I meant to do that earlier. 270 divided by 180, and then you can click this little fraction, and let me move this out of the way so you can see this here. And we get 3 halves. So we get 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2. 300 we'll put over 1 so that we can multiply by our conversion fraction. We want to end up with radians, so pi radians goes in the top, degrees goes in the bottom so that it cancels. And we'll multiply straight across, and we get 300 pi divided by 180, and 300 divided by 180 reduces to 5/3. So we're left with 5 pi over 3. And the last one, 360. We'll put this over 1, multiply by our conversion factor, pi over 180, multiply straight across, 360 pi over 180, and we get 2 pi. And that concludes converting degrees and radians. Thanks so much for joining our session, and I'll see you next time.